How to make more money while working less. You might never have guessed it, but I used to work at McDonald's, and even more shockingly, I learned something there that you can use to make way more money without any extra effort. This isn't some trendy tip or tactic. It's a fundamental principle that will change the way that you operate forever. Picture an 18-year-old Adil Chowdhury, just as handsome but with considerably fewer Lambos. And because I had no Lambos, I had to get a job at McDonald's. That's right, McDonald's, that place with the golden arches. But listen, I know what you're thinking. No, I wasn't the CEO or even a chairman. I worked in the restaurant, taking orders and serving fries. I know a lot of people who worked at McDonald's, and once they've left, they end up trash talking it, but I actually liked it. I'm loving it. Now, the staff there and the customers knew me pretty well at my usual restaurant. They had me on the most glamorous job of all, drive-thru cashier. Now, I was pretty much a ninja with orders, fast and chatty, which was gold in the burger flipping business, which is because it's all about speed, and I got recognized for it. It wasn't a bad gig, at least in those days. Anyway, all of that changed one day when I moved to a McDonald's restaurant closer to my university campus. There, nobody knew who I was. I was starting from ground zero. And guess what happened? Day one, they handed me a mop, a broom, and some cleaning stuff and had me out there picking up trash and cleaning the tables. It was a pretty big step down from being the face of the restaurant like I was originally used to in the drive-thru. But listen, I didn't sweat it. I knew that perhaps tomorrow I'd get a chance to prove myself and get back to where I belonged, on the tills, taking orders at the speed of light. But on day two, they gave me a mop again, and this time told me to clean the toilets. On day three, more of the same. By day four, I was really feeling it. It was embarrassing. This was the McDonald's right next to my university campus, and the people that I knew could walk in and see me scrubbing the toilets. Nothing scares away hot girls quite like being a janitor at McDonald's scrubbing poo-poo. I just hit a wall. I stood there and I looked myself in the glass reflection of the store. I turned around, walked right up to the manager and handed her the mop and the broom. I took off my hat and I put it down on the counter, looked her straight in the eye, and I just said, I'm done. I walked out and I never looked back. So, what's the lesson here? You need to go to where you are treated best. Now, you could be the same person with the same skill set. One person could use your unique expertise while another takes it for granted. That's just the nature of how these things work. Let's take the freelancer or agency model, for example. Almost every man and his dog has tried to sell Facebook ads to e-commerce stores. After Iman Ghazi dropped the sauce on that one, everyone jumped on the train. So, what happened? E-com stores are now overflowing with people offering to run their Facebook ads for them. Some of them are probably pretty good, so they're going to have to keep undercutting each other on price in order to get a client. It's a race to the bottom. But what if you took that same service and you sold it to personal trainers or dentists? Now, these guys aren't getting 100 cold emails every single day. As a result, they're far more receptive to your offer. This is really easy to do as well. You keep the same product or service and just pitch it to somebody else. If you think it only applies to services, then you have poo-poo for brains. Let's take the stereotypical e-commerce product or some kind of supplement. Let's say it's a supplement for joint pain. Who can you sell this to? Old people, blue-collar workers? Maybe all the old people have already seen ads for joint care supplements. But if you take the same product and drop it in front of a fresh market, catching baby, untapped blue market from the same product. So, if you're currently fighting an uphill battle with your business, take a look at who you're selling to and think about who else might need your product. You might think of some weird answers that make no sense, but they just might be weird enough to be completely unsaturated. Worth a try, don't you think? Anyway, that's a wrap, boys and one girl who probably watches this channel. If you've enjoyed this one, make sure you give me a clap. Come on. That means a comment and a like for the algorithm, please. It really helps me out, and there's a good chance that I'll reply. And then you could be like, hey mom, oh my god, Adil Chowdhury replied to me. And I'm sure she'll be very proud. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next one.